Hey, beautiful people, it's Marissa Monique. So today I was having a conversation with a young lady, and she's 27, she's gorgeous. She looks like, to be honest, she's American, but she looks like I don't know, Russian model. Just, tall, slender, kind of sandy blonde hair. And yeah, I said 27, and she's in her prime. It looks, the world is basically her oyster. And we were chatting, and she said, I think she was talking about a friend, how, a friend was saying, oh, was in a relationship for a while, blah, 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 blah. And then she chimes in and she says, well, I'm in a relationship, but I know he's not the one. And I was like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, I know he's not the one. And I said, well, why are you with him? She's like, well, I'm a consultant, I travel a lot, and I don't want to be by myself. She's like, it's just so hard, being lonely and everything. I'm just by myself so much, and I don't want to be lonely when I'm home. And I said, why are you still dating him if you believe that he's not the one? She said, well, I just told you, like, we're kind of in this toxic cycle, and, I kind of, I'm going to continue it until. And I said, really? And I said, well, what happens when if you meet someone? She's like, well, if I do meet someone, then, he can go, she said, I've already detached up here. And this is so true of many people. I'm one of those people that will actually probably break up with you in my head before I actually say the word. So I can relate to her in that way. I was very much like that in my 20s and early 30s, and now I'm mid to late 30s, a little bit different, like really have, really have a tap on my heart posture and like what my heart is saying, how I feel and everything. But it just bothered me that she so freely shared that, hey, I'm in this relationship. I know he's not the end all be all. And I feel like I have met people before, young people, where they, continue to roll with this person, and then they got pregnant. And so now they're stuck with this person that they already knew wasn't the one, and they're trying to create this space of cooperation and compromise with this person, and they're having a heck of a time. And so she also shares that, hey, they're in this toxic cycle and everything, and that, occasionally they'll break up for about 3 months and then they'll get back together. And she's like, I don't really care because we don't live together. And so, he's not the one, and I'm not willing to live with him, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, have you ever gotten therapy or life coaching during one of these breaks? And she was like, no, I need to do that. I said, yeah, you do. I said, because how you're living and how you're processing this and the type of relationship you are entertaining at 27 will be a little bit different. Later, you'll process it differently. I said, you need to go to therapy or get some life coaching because your 40 and 50-year-old self will thank you. That's why you need to do this. I said, you need to stop this cycle right now. I said, and she just, emphasized that if somebody else came along, that she would, know it, and she would just move on from him. Like, it would just, she's like, I literally, she said this, I would just ghost my boyfriend. I said, okay. I said, do you think it's really that easy though? I said, because yeah, you ghost him and then you move on to someone new, and then you're carrying the residue of this old situation. And I relate this to, I love a good analogy. I relate this to, how you eat powdered donuts and they just, they kind of get you all speckly everywhere, and, you have to eventually wipe it off. So when you get out of a relationship, that's like eating a powdered donut, and you have all this powder everywhere, except for it's invisible. And you think that people can't see it, and you think that people can't see the residue of this powdered donut. But actually, when they get to know you, when this new prospect gets to know you, they go, oh, look at, there's a piece of some powder right there and right there and right there. Oh, Looks like she needs to clean that off. And so you think that, you're living your best life and that you're over this person, but you're actually dragging this residue with you. And so you need to clean that off. And that's why it's important to take a break after these challenging and toxic type of situations. This girl admits that this relationship was toxic. And so she's thinking, oh, I'll just ghost my boyfriend if somebody good comes along. Y'all, I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he was just like, people are in two categories right now. Like, there's daters and there's like people actually pursuing long-term relationships and marriage. And so this girl's mentality is one of daters. Like, I'll just hang out here. One of my really good friends, hey, good friend, a long time ago, she used to date, and she used to be like, oh, well, the holidays are coming up. Oh, well, Valentine's Day is coming up. Oh, well, it's his birthday coming up, and then it's my birthday, and then we got a trip to, Belize coming up, and I'll break up with him after then. I'll just figure it out or whatever. No, babes. Like, one, women, your ovaries aren't cool with that. They have something to say about that. Two, you are delaying God's best for you, like God's very best for you, by being passive and not taking responsibility for your own life and deciding, I'm going to make this decision and I'm going to sit in this loneliness and I'm going to feel all that I feel in that loneliness and that emptiness, and then I'm going to decide to heal. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to take action. I need people to think about that. We can't just date just to be dating. We can't just be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. We need to live our lives in an intentional way. And that's what all of us in this single season, we need to take advantage of the single season. There is work to be done in the single season. This type of work. Be blessed.